Campfire. Nobody. The trees. The stars. Guy who just lit his marshmallow on fire. I like them burnt. Mandatory disclaimer. This entire video is meant for satire, and none of this is actually meant to be taken seriously whatsoever. YouTube manual reviewer. So, with that being said, r/suspiciously specific. Horoscope girls be like, hey, I'm sorry I cheated on you with your dad, stole your money and broke your car windows, but I'm an asparagus. It's just how I am. Illegal life pro tips. Request. Is it illegal to train a monkey to use a gun and let it loose in Walmart? In the Toy Story movies, Andy's mom never remarries. This is a subtle nod to how Andy and his mom were better off without a stepdad. Just like how my mom and I are better off without Trevor. Stop dating my mom, Trevor, you stupid dick. Me. My ex. Some dork who probably has never been tased by the police in an Applebee's parking lot. PetSmart employees when they see BDSM kids coming in to use their top tag maker. That's painful. Not as painful as dropping the cap to the fuel tank of the tugboat that's being used to move a mile-long piece of pipe right in front of the supervisor who is heading up a multi-million-dollar operation. My son was so cute today. He asked me, Dad, are clouds candy? I told him they were water. Then he asked me, Dad, what's Earth's defense system? And then I remembered I don't have a son, and he asked me again with his eyes now obsidian black.
What is the defense system, Father?
If you're laid up with your girl in a 41 to 135 degree room and she starts multiplying rapidly, that bitch is a foodborne pathogen. Stay woke. When my brother was like 9, he said, get the instead of get the flag on Roblox. They banned him and he cried so hard he threw up on the carpet. I broke up with my girlfriend at a restaurant. She started crying. Everyone thought I proposed to her, so they started clapping. It's the same as talking to your wife about divorce at a family event, and your family thinks that you guys are pregnant because of the excitement on your face. When you bring your girlfriend to the Beyblade World Championship and she starts flirting with you. Dude, you're embarrassing me in front of the wizards. 5 stars. Truly wonderful pizza. Perfect for eating in bed right before you cry yourself to sleep because you're a single 35-year-old dude with self-destructive tendencies that get in the way of every promising relationship and turn to either drugs or food to numb the pain, and food is a much slower death than cocaine. Plus, they have Diet Mountain Dew. Me. Can I play some music? Uber driver. Sure. Me. Pulling out my tuba. Do you like Veggie Tales? Use hockey tape if you're Canadian. Use scotch tape if you're Scotch. Use duct tape if you're a duck. Or use double-sided tape if you're a two-faced, backstabbing asshole named Steve who says he's your friend, but also makes passes to your girlfriend and talks shit to her about you every chance he gets. I know, Steve! I know! Your Tinder date welcomes you into their bedroom. They excuse themselves and go to the restroom, leaving you alone on their bed. What is your next move? A. Lick their Himalayan salt lamp. B. Lick their Himalayan salt lamp. Or C. Lick their Himalayan salt lamp. Or D. All of the above. What you don't know can't hurt you, says the person painfully unaware that a 90-kilogram projectile is heading for them at 285 kilometers an hour. When you gamble your life savings away, so now you gotta secretly kill your children so that your wife is preoccupied with that and thus unable to be mad at you.
PONKER.
Denny's. At Denny's Danner. Danner. Dinner. Danny's Dinner Danner. Off. What am I doing? Locked out of your apartment because your friend dropped your keys in a storm drain even though you specifically told them to empty their pockets before attempting that cartwheel? Wait for the locksmiths at Denny's. We're open 24/7. When you eat half a pack of Oreos, put them back, then come back in 5 minutes to eat the other half instead of just eating the whole package at once. Fitness isn't just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. r/no stupid questions. How much energy is needed to kick a toddler over a fence? Assuming the fence is 2.5 meters high and the toddler has a weight of, let's say 14 kilograms, and you stand about 1.5 meters away from the fence. It's all hypothetical, of course. How to seem like a normal person at social events. 1. Wear a hat. Do not wear a helmet. No helmets. 2. Talk to people. Do not gather mice and raise up a choir unto the Lord. Say things like, how are you? Never say boo boo ding dong doo doo. Why would you say that? Have a drink. Do not disrobe. Robe stays on. Eat an hors d'oeuvre. Do not suck on a balled up napkin. Good God. Scan the crowd for a suitable lover. Do not loudly announce that this is what you are doing. Dance to the music. Do not flop around, foam flying from your mouth. Be sturdy and full of hope. Ask people for their phone numbers. If they decline, do not dive into the nearest garbage can. Say goodbye to everyone. Do not say you will see them in hell. It's not funny. It is true. You are going to hell. Good God. Ladies, picture this. You're driving to dinner at your in-laws with your husband and 2 kids, singing Sweet Child of Mine. Your voice is flat and sounds awful, even though you spend $1,200 a week on voice lessons. But luckily your husband Derek is able to save the song with his solo. You know how when you're a fast walker and the guy ahead of you is fast too, but only 90% as fast as you? So, you must pass him. But to pass him, you have to walk comically faster than your normal speed, or else you'll be in his personal space too long as you pass. That's annoying. I hate that post that's like, what you named your stuffed animal as a kid is a personality test, cause the only notably named stuffed animal I had as a kid was one of those wretched baby dolls with hard plastic head, feet, and hands and a soft fabric body, and I kept him fully nude at all times and often hurled him across the room just to hear the plastic thunk against linoleum, and his name was Bigfoot Larry. Whatever that says about me, I don't want to know. I killed a dragon. I trained a dragon. I raised a dragon. I'm guilty of 17 counts of home invasion in the state of Louisiana from 2008 to 2012. Me finally takes my schizophrenia medication. My homie Jerome. Told my cousin he got me pregnant as an April Fool's joke. He was scared as Lamau. What? Why was he scared? I couldn't sleep last night. I kept thinking about how the Green Ranger had a dagger that was a flute that sounded like a synthesizer that's trying to sound like a trumpet. Oh, and he blew into it with his helmet on.
I need Dragon Sword power!
r/no stupid questions. What's the worst that could happen to me if I took a watermelon to a bowling alley and rolled it down one of the lanes? It could fuck up the machinery and you could be arrested for destroying property. Or, I guess for the absolute worst thing, you could throw the watermelon and accidentally hit a child in the head. They fall down and crack their skull open, dying in agony. You're arrested for murder and go to jail for life with no chance of parole. It also turns out that child was destined to grow up to bring world peace, and without them, 30 years from now, nuclear war breaks out and the human race is extinguished, leaving the Earth as an irradiated and unlivable hellscape. Girls of Reddit, what's something guys should feel insecure about? Basic manners and social awareness sense. Hanging out casually at home? Find a bourbon, pick your teeth. At a nice restaurant or wedding? No. Read the room. Is anyone else at this funeral taking their shoes off or splaying themselves all over the couch? No, Sean, they're not. When you're ranting about Kung Fu Panda lore, but your therapist asks you when you will start talking about your clinical depression. We will get there when we get there! I am so freaking freaked out. A journal in which I can furiously scribble the heavily detailed multi-layer evidence for how freaking freaked out I freaking am because it's all pulsing through my brain like the television news treatment of a minor natural disaster with myself as a self-appointed expert tasked with obsessively reporting the irresponsible conjecture and repeating images of destruction as I cannibalize my own thought process and descend into an unrecoverable tailspin of idiotic mental babble until I've taken several deep breaths, called a few friends, and written it all down, at which point I just might feel a little better until the next freaking time I freaking freak out again. Jesus. Okay, new rule. If you regularly consume the blood and flesh of a demigod in a room full of chanting elders, you're not allowed to call other religions primitive and evil. This is oddly specific and leaves some very interesting questions unanswered. Yeah, Catholicism sure does sound weird when you put it that way. I just woke up, got some leftover fireworks. Gonna shoot 'em, scare a couple senior citizens, then maybe pet a stray cat after. Jesus Christ. Wouldn't expect anything else from the Xanax King. Thank you for making it this far. Make sure you
Click the notification bell.
And
subscribe.
Because I really appreciate the validation from random strangers on the internet to make me feel a little better. So, yeah. Anyways, click on one of the end screens here and I'll see you next time.